Welcome. Hi, everybody. This is Rock Dance Theater Halloween live stream. Screamyn and Screamyn. That's what we're doing today. And basically, welcome everybody that is tuning in just now with us. My notification is going out of whack saying we are live. So should you if you are watching us on all of the scary platforms today, from YouTube through Facebook, Twitch, and LinkedIn, I think, even as well. We are having a scary co-host of mine. So not only me, myself, Anna Achimowicz from Rock Dance Theater, but I heard some freaking noise in my other room. I don't know what the hell it is, but I might as well just take a small peek and see what the heck was that all about. Whoa!
Hello, Anna. So nice to see you again.
Hi. How do you know my name, really? It hasn't been listed.
No, that's okay. I was watching you sleeping last night. You really should check underneath your bed before you turn the lights off. You look so pretty, so peaceful, almost as if you were dead.
Okay, I'm getting out of here. But you know what? I have a live show to host, and obviously I was supposed to have a co-host, but like, what the heck? Like, all of us, am I dreaming? Is this a nightmare, or is this reality? Like, where the hell are we? Which year is this?
Oh, who cares about the year? Nobody knows what year it is anymore.
Did Apocalypse
Yes,
came?
your favorite nightmare.
Are the Stones touring still? Are they producing my favorite shade of lipstick?
Oh, it's
what is going on?
Blood red, my favorite.
Okay.
So, thank you for inviting me anyway.
Yeah, awesome. So nice of you to join. Hello, everybody. Welcome, chat. Welcome, everyone on this platform. Today, not only Mark Cordery is joining me, but I think, no, actually, he sent in a freaking replacement, which is Dolly. That's a pretty, actually, ugly, badass Dolly that I'm meeting in my living room, but that's kind of cool. Dolly, please say, where did you come from? Just today, are you joining us from over the rainbow?
No, I come from your closet and underneath your bed. All the best places to hide.
Holy crap. You know what? I should have unpacked over a year ago when I moved over here.
Oh yeah, you've got some real nasty shit in your closet. You really should sweep underneath your bed.
If you got a hairball, that's probably because of me.
Oh, your hair tastes so nice.
Which one? Because I literally recently changed my color. Was that the red hairball that you...
I'll have to check, you know. I keep them in a little baggie.
Speaking of baggies, which, by the way, kids, are not legal anywhere and you should not use them. Small segue to this, non-drug campaign. Small baggies of hairballs are coincidental. When you don't clean up, this is what happens. Bats come over. Crazy birds make their nests in your living room and in your basements. And then they crawl out into your corridor and your kitchen.
I love the way they squirm.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the plan for this evening? You know, I haven't got long. I've got a lot of closets to hide in tonight.
I guess you got a lot of people to freak out, just like you did me. Well, today's Screamyn and Screamyn live stream of Rock Dance Theater that we're doing is supposed to be a live show filled with exciting guests. We do have musicians, we do have drummers, we do have rock photographers. Anything and anyone involved with gore and horror should be here, unless they're throwing candy at kids and, just doing all kinds of weird stuff like that. Dave Meldonado, actually, is one of them, from over in Mexico, but knowing the Latino time clock, maybe he's still across the equator somewhere and chilling at the beach.
You know how I love Mexico. Any country that can celebrate Day of the Dead, my kind of country.
right? They're all about the nasty and the gore, and then, but they do paint their skulls very pretty, you know, and flowers and all. So it's all weird and interconnected and very intricate, wouldn't you say? It has a lot of makeup. Could I ask you?
So who else have you got then? Because
I'm not going to tell you before you tell me where you do your makeup.
Where I do my makeup? Well, like I said, I just roll around in the grave, a little bit of rotten flesh. It helps clean my pores.
Yeah, a little bit of disturbing, dirty, rotten flesh can do miracles for you, right? Okay, I see. And who's your little friend that is with you over there?
Oh, don't worry about him.
It could be a woman, or it could be just merely a ghost joining us in this scary podcast today.
No, really, don't worry about him. He doesn't say much, but he's mostly harmless. Mostly.
I find that hard to believe somehow, listening to you, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Might as well. Well, you did ask me who else is joining us. Miss Emmi Susani herself, which is a rock photographer and a journalist, pretty much a scary character and a freak.
Excellent, my kind of gal.
But she's also not here.
I hear she's really into Rob Zombie, huh?
That's what I heard. And all of the freaks.
This is great. My kind of music too. Okay, so that's cool. I gotta tell you though, there may be a few who aren't turning up because they didn't check their closets last night. Just saying.
I checked mine because I had to pick out an outfit, obviously.
It's nice. I like it. Is it really
better? The last time I had this, some bats were chewing on it in my closet, so that's probably the little bit worn down quality, if you will, that it has right now.
Yeah, people think moths are the problem. They've never had bats in their closet.
It's usually bats or moths, but this big, that do the work.
Yeah, they're fine.
At least over in Nashville.
So who's first then?
Did you hear that?
No.
Was that a knock? Was that a scream? Wait.
I hope so. Yeah, no, I can hear that. Look, I can't stay for much longer. Like I say, those closets aren't gonna fill themselves.
Dolly, stay! Dolly, stay! I need you! I need you to chew on a couple of people that I really, really, really don't like, and I miss.
I'll send you a doggy bag later.
Marvelous.
Don't worry. Look, you'll be fine. Just make sure you keep the doors locked and the windows shut, and check your closet and underneath your bed tonight, okay?
I'll try.
Okay, well, I gotta go now, but have fun, and thanks for inviting me. I hope the show goes well.
Thank you for joining, and tell your little friend that he freaks the crap out of me even more than you do.
Oh, that's good. I hang around with all the best people, you know.
Nothing better than the worst company possible out there, right?
Oh, that's me. I am the worst company possible. So, enjoy your Halloween, folks. Enjoy Anna's show. Sleep tight. Sweet dreams. See you later.
Bye. And that, ladies and gentlemen, constitutes as a very, very long intro. What the freak just happened? Anyway, I think it was one of my props or one of my friends that I really left a while ago over in my closet after the last tour, which was 116 years ago last, pretty much around the times And let me sit back to tell you a little story. Around the times when shows were possible, people were coming over with red lipsticks to do your face and let you go out into the stage, into the crowds, and into the spotlight, just like me today. But then it didn't constitute as a orange Halloweeny box, which actually today fits quite perfectly. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a live stream version. So anyone that's tuning in with us just now, please hit the subscribe, the scary Twitter follow button, the even scarier share button on Facebook. I know it requires a lot of muscle work, but hey, I know you've been working out just as well as I did, because not only everything that was leading towards this Halloween show and towards our routine of all the scare and fright possible in the world, we actually did manage to keep all of you in shape and work those muscles in your I guess thumbs and, well, yes, the opposable thumbs and then the other index fingers, anything that requires to actually keep your own phone. So yeah, I'm super curious how you've been managing to do that, and if you have any hacks on that you want to scare people with, because some of them might be unorthodox, please share them in the chat. And in the meantime, while we head into a small shout out and an introduction to some of our super scary guests that might appear as a surprise today or not, I'm very curious how you guys managed to stay in shape up until today, to be in shape, to throw out cookies and sweets and goodies and treats at kids from your own window. Well, today I did go out for a little walk. It was quite sunny over here in Central Europe. I am currently at an undisclosed location, somewhere about some suburbs of one of the capitals in Poland. We have only one capital in this country, and it's actually Warsaw. So outside of suburban Warsaw, it was very sunny, very pretty, and I was picking up some of the goodies and sweets to share with the kiddies, and hell, to get something to nibble on over here in the studio as well. So before any of my guests joins, the ones that are actually alive still, because Dolly might actually nib them, you know, by the ankles, and they're not gonna make their way over, right? We did manage to do a couple of cool and very freaky and creepy things this season. Me and the Vincent guys, a rock band, a hard rock band called Vincent, we recorded a small music video, which was actually one of the leadways into their new freshly mixed and freshly pressed album just these days. The guys are working on it as we speak in the studio. We recorded one of the first music videos for Whispers, which is one of the singles of the track. And guess what? It was actually about zombies. So there might be zombies among the us performers, but my specific role over there was to actually take revenge on all of the guys and hit the crap out of all of them, you know, beat them with a whip, drag them into a lake, strangle them, you know, do and all sorts of cool fun stuff that if you are very angry and pissed, you manage to unload like that. So I was one of those dark characters within that. A second very post-apocalyptic and zombie-ish project that we did actually manage to pull off not just a little bit over 2 weeks ago with the German crew Genara official. That's one of the wastelandish video project that is right now in the works, but not giving too much away. Is pretty much about not only the social critical situation and relations as if we would be 40 years past the atomic war and past the atomic bomb and struggling to find water and weapons and shelter, but pretty much a relation of a bunch of people left within the wasteland of the world, trying to figure out their own relations while the plot turns around and one of them stabs the other one in the back. So that's pretty much all I can say, right? So we did head out to one of the deserts over here down in the south, a little bit between the Czech Republic border, closer to the west over in Germany. And it was literally one of those moments where if you have a set and a crew and you think everything might go according to plan, we know this year has proved completely otherwise. All plans are subject to change, and we did see that the weather would be quite nice, but we did start with literally finding a way to get through the forest into the set, the spot that the crew actually established to kind of use as our stage for the shooting. And that took us only 4 hits in the trucks and in the buses to kind of find the perfect spot for the access point, the recording spot, purely because of heavy rain, heavy wind that was not so much in the forecast. And guess what? The place we were shooting at had a bunch of all possible dangers, including quicksand, because the location obviously back in the day, and I'm not talking too far back in terms of post-apocalyptic, Mad Max 2020, because the action of the plot of the movie is actually happening exactly this year, and everything else starts and kicks off from there into 2021, and 2024, and 25, and 28, and then on it rolls. But yeah, the location pretty much was on top of ex-German military labs, warehouses. So it had all of these places within the sand that could literally cave in, and one of us would be probably, gone for good, drop dead, sucked into the ground, and then never to be heard or seen again of. So yeah, that was quite fun to be controlled as well with that. Do not wander off into the woods because you might disappear. Just like stand your ground, stay by the camp, stay by the crew, and we had all of those zones secured. We had our fantastic cook from over in New Zealand taking care of us with her lovely catering and warm food that kept us warm, and it was a cool little adventure. But man, if anything could go wrong, we were shooting for 2.5 days. Like day 1 was kind of smooth. Nonetheless, our set was a cave, a bat cave. Speaking of caves, somewhere in the closet. And then, anything else pretty much that happened day 2, unexpected. So there you go. Anything in rock and roll might happen, and also anything in 2020 might happen as well. I'm curious about your stories, guys. If you have any cool stories that you want to share. Oh, cool. Spectacular music video. Thank you so much. Well, all the credit to all of us included, I guess. I did not direct that one in particular. This was a team effort in the sense that the band kind of did their thing. The music director and the video director did the whole editing and cutting. I did not have any involvement on that side of things, as I very often do when I do music videos or I do the stage script, if you will, and the stage direction. In this case, it was my guest appearance in that, to do my creepy goon kind of character, and then basically killing most of the band members. But if they're mixing and still hanging in there, working on the album, it means that I was not completely sufficient, and it was a good role to jump into. So yeah, we should be hearing from that within the next couple of months as well. And the Genara project, here's my German accent kicking in. The Genara project should probably drop somewhere around February 2021. So that's more or less the raw sketch of the schedule that I got from Max and Chris. So it will be out there for sure, guys. Yeah, if you hit everything connected to the Rock Dance Theater social media, it will be on there, and pretty much you will be updated with all of the cool news to follow. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I know it is a full night, a full afternoon. Everybody has parties to attend to, Halloween streams, or gigs, or hangouts, and podcasts, and live streams. So I just wanted to throw in a little bit of a Rock Dance Theater twist into this as well. We were, as you probably heard, we were supposed to do a live show. It was supposed to be one of the first club gigs, an indoor gig with social distancing, with having all of the creeps and goons virusly infected as zombies, you know, with the pandemic, naturally spread out amongst each other, temperatures checked, you know, entry tickets, security, all of that drill to keep not only us safe, but everyone else sick. But, well, the plan has changed, so that's why we are here. But hey, if not that, my lovely Dolly friend, which is as ugly, by the way, and that's why I love her, dropped in from over in the UK today. I think she ducked her way up from the UK over here to Central Europe. I have to double check on that because she's been creeping and crawling all over the place last time I checked. So that's pretty much why we can do those things. It's funny, 2020 and just literally 2020, if you use the European system for the time zones, just hit on our clock. So thank you everyone, guys, for tuning in. Anyone that is watching, don't forget and remember to hit those follow and subscribe buttons, because especially we want to have you kept in check with all of the notifications so that you never miss another post and another stream, because we have all kinds of cool stuff lined up for you. And if you missed our performative program that I set up especially for you guys on Skype, that's the performance mentorship program. You can hit the notification on the Facebook official page, and everything excuse me, is going to drop directly onto your calendar. There's a system of booking for that. Basically, the schedule is pretty open between the operating hours where I manage to slot those in. We try to keep as busy and as also educational and entertaining for all of you guys in these weird ass times, because they are. So that is that. And also a couple of announcements while I still can, because I am the boss and I can do whatever I like on my stream. And hell, you have to watch it. We do have a couple of super cool guests coming up in November. I can already tell you that Andy Martingelli is going to be joining me from over in Italy. He's the music director and the guitar player of the Ellison band, David Ellison's solo band from Megadeth. And that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk the latest projects, and, well, I don't want to give anything away, right? You just got to subscribe. It's on the 18th of November, so it's going to be literally in a couple of weeks down the line here, so we're going to have a lot of fun. Also, a huge shout out to Skeleton Key Guitars over in the US. Fantastic, creepy, and scary as hell, which is actually perfect for today's subject matter. Guitar builder and constructor from over in the US will be also joining me in the future at some point. All we need to figure out is kind of this digital platform, which is a blessing and a curse. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So the moment we figure that out, he will be also popping in to hang out with me, and we're going to talk all rock, all weird inspirations. And if you have a minute to check that out already, just go to Skeleton Key Guitars and say hi. Say hi that I say hi. So basically pass that on. Yeah, that's going to be super cool. What else did I want to brag about? Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. If you don't know, it's today. And yeah, let's see what's happening over at our chat and also at our guest list. Well, that's the kind of thing with the digital era, as I told you. We might plan everything and then everything might go tits up or according to the schedule. So I'm very curious if our guest, because it's a whole, party today. By the way, cheers to that. I'm going to cheer with black coffee as always, with a silver spoon, by the way, which I heard is anti-vampire. So I guess what? If I stab myself with the spoon today, is that going to work? Like, I'm going to stop talking or something? I'll try that later at the end. There's going to be the way to end it, right? Death on the virtual stage. So yeah. It is Halloween, and tell me, guys, in the chat, how are you spending your Halloween, and what are the customs, basically? Like, what do you do to celebrate that? Because I don't want to give it away what is happening over in Latin America. That has a huge tradition, not only for Halloween, but also for Muerte as a character herself. I need my specialist from over in Latin America to talk about that, because they know way more. They're from over there, and hell, I am willing to learn something new as always. So tell me, how are the ways to spend that aside of dressing up your house? And I don't know if you saw that I literally posted it earlier today. I didn't really plan on doing a competition kind of thing, but the moment I saw a post with a front yard outside of somebody's house, and it was literally a skeleton. I think it was like a chiropractor that actually shared that over the United States, in Massachusetts. That's what I remember. And it was a skeleton in front of him on a split screen of 4 boxes, 4 gas, probably on a Zoom, kind of those that doing. And for me, it was a win, literally. So if you go to my private profile, I reposted that, and that was the win of the day. Because however blood and gore you go with these sorts of things, I think this one, more than anything and any time, is completely accurate for our time. So that was literally hilarious. Actually, over in Europe, it's not so common to dress up and put up all of these, Halloween-y, spooky skeletons, destroyed bodies hanging out of trees, graveyards right up front your front door. That's a very, very an American thing, actually. Me being raised in California, I remember we were doing that all the time. You would even go to a bank. I remember that as today. I was a small little kid, walking into a bank one time with my parents, and you literally had spiders, arriving down on a cord just by the entrance to greet you. And then the consultant was, I don't know, a zombie with a knife stuck through their skull. It was like, hello, how may I help you, right? This kind of thing we do usually on stage. We do those in rock shows, all of the big bands that have a scary, creepy character, if you will, like Eddie. For example, in Iron Maiden, you have Vic Rattlehead and Megadeth. All of those. Well, actually, in Kiss, you do have Gene Simmons as the demon, the blood-spitting, thrashing bass player. But he's a character in itself. He's one of the band members, so it's kind of included in the show. Everything is worked around as a hybrid, and all of the interactions are supposed to trigger all kinds of interesting responses from the audience. It's supposed to suck you in, right? Just as we are doing here, we're giving you a little bit of storytelling. We're giving you a little bit of a different virtual reality, if you will, but it's still a Rock Dance Theater reality. So any spiders and goons and creepy, ugly ass dolls right out of the post-apocalyptic chapter that we just had on as my co-host and co-introduction to this segue, because we will be doing a series. I think you might have by chance also seen our small little poll with Mark Cordery from Savage Wear and Salvage Wear. That hell, we might do a series that is called 7 Minutes Out of Your Horror. And I'll leave it at that. Let's stay tuned for what happens next. It might be a very small animated video, if you will, a small series about all things horror, pretty much. I know I dreamt of a horror, which was pretty fun as a script for my new piece in 2021. I already wrote that down, and hell, I cannot wait to stage it, actually, because as much fun as this is, connecting with you guys like this and almost hanging out at your own kitchen, living room, parking lot, whatever that might be, because it's so accessible and easy, we all know the real connection and the live show and the real interaction is the best ever. So pretty much we're gonna have that. We're gonna stick to it so that we keep on rocking with it. But one thing I did want to mention that has actually pretty much established Rock Dance Theater in the way that it has been formed. It didn't have a direct inspirational factor necessarily, and had nothing to do with the aesthetics whatsoever, but actually the aforementioned godfather of shock rock, Alice Cooper, had a huge influence in the sense of moment in time. I remember as today, lying in my bed after Alice Cooper's shows. I think he did the Paranormal tour. I might be mistaken. It was way back in 2016. And then it kind of hit me, the next kind of chapter, the next kind of project, the name, the small intro, the description of the idea and the philosophy and the interaction, this kind of hybrid and what it would mean and where it would come from. It literally happened straight out of that. And that very often at times for us creators happens when you are kind of high on adrenaline and loaded with kind of input, be it visual or sound, or just coming from a situation that is just as an experience kind of high up there, you know, not necessarily going to the grocery store, but that also happens very, very often, you know, simple motorics, just walking down the street, and all of a sudden it just hits you, right? And you don't know where it comes from. It just channels through, and everything else in my case usually is I just gotta hit the studio, gotta hit the rehearsal room, well, write it down first, kind of grab it by the neck, but then immediately just like make it happen and get it born out there. And the rest is technicalities, kind of figuring out what are the means to do it, what is the technology, what are the ways to kind of have a specific effect, be it lighting or sound or costume or architecture and surrounding, all of that like technical side that many times we don't think as audience of, but it's most of the time 51% of everything. Like 50 is the idea and the concept, but everything else, like the second half that is hidden usually, not only in the closet, but literally backstage, for many of you guys not to be seen, is the creating the technical side of things, how to make the pyro work, right? And how to disappear all of a sudden in a spotlight, you know, with smoke, and all of a sudden poof, you're gone and you're on the other side of the arena or the stage. So that kind of things. But yeah, today the weird horror that I did have gave me a substantial amount of content in terms of inspiration, and how funny actually in this creepy times of Halloween, right? So I don't know about you, I'm gonna probably have an Oreo cookie that I did not manage to get before, because creepy Dolly creeped the crap out of me, literally. So yeah, pretty much that, guys. I'm very much looking forward to part 2, meaning checking in with you guys a little bit later, leaving you with a little bit of a deficit. And I always like to leave 3 dots with anything that is unscripted and spontaneous, for whatever else might happen, because we did not set it end point to this evening. The Streamyn and Screamyn is pretty much connected to Halloween Eve, and that in many parts of the world literally hasn't started yet. We started at 3 p.m. over at the West Coast, over in California, and hell, the night and the evening is still young, right? So we will be checking in back with you guys, and hopefully we will see you as well. So stay tuned. Click the reminder, click the follow button, and wait for the announcement while we pop back in tonight to scare the hell out of you. At least we're gonna try, right? It's always worth a try. So either way, guys, thank you so much for checking in and joining me for this segment, and I'll see you later.